Hello, my friends. Let's continue working on our activities. Today we have lesson 3B. So in order to continue, to go on, well, to work on it, we're going to share our lesson, our book. So please remember 3B. Let me share my screen and then here we go. Okay, it says culture shock. And let's start. Okay, it says listen and say.
Struggle to get used to the weather.
Struggle to get used to the weather.
Have difficulty understanding social etiquette.
Have difficulty understanding social etiquette.
Find it hard to make friends.
Find it hard to make friends.
Try to get used to the food.
Try to get used to the food.
Struggle with the language.
Struggle with the language. Okay, my friends, so please practice your pronunciation. Let's go on. It says the people in the pictures have been living abroad. What problems has each been facing? And here we have, pay attention.
Becky has been struggling to get used to the weather. Tony has been having difficulty understanding social etiquette. Rachel has been finding it hard to make new friends. Laura has been trying to get used to the food. Peter has been struggling with the language.
Okay, so we have here somebody telling us what problems they have. Let's go on. Then we have the reading. It says, look at the question in the text. At the questions in the text. What is the interview about? Okay, so let's pay attention.
The interview is about Stephen's experiences during his year spent studying abroad.
Okay, it says, so Stephen, why did you decide to spend a year studying abroad? Well, generally, I thought it could be an adventure and a great learning opportunity to live in a totally different culture. I chose Mexico because I have been learning Spanish now for 3 years and I wanted to improve my language skills. What have been the best parts of your experience so far? It's very difficult to choose just a few, but one of the best things has definitely been the experience of living with the host family. Mexicans are very warm, outgoing people, and my hosts have been treating me like part of their family. During my first week, they invited their whole family for dinner to meet me. And it was fun, but quite overwhelming, trying to answer all their questions in Spanish. I've also been learning to slow down and relax and take an afternoon siesta after a big lunch, like the rest of the family. It's been fantastic living in one of Mexico's oldest cities, too. With its beautiful 16th century architecture, it's a great feeling when you start to feel like you belong in a foreign place. Little things like knowing the answer when strangers ask you for directions or getting around without getting lost are so rewarding. And what about the challenging parts? Well, I've been struggling a bit to get used to the hot weather, but now I wear a hat. It was also difficult to get used to the spicy food, but now I'm really enjoying it. I still have difficulty understanding social etiquette. Last week, for example, a new Mexican friend invited me for dinner and I turned up exactly on time. My host seemed a bit surprised. I found out later that Mexicans usually turned up for an appointment at least half an hour late. What could you say to other young people considering studying abroad? Go for it. Without a doubt, this has been the best experience of my life so far. I've become more self-confident, patient, and outgoing, and my Spanish has improved even more than I expected. Okay, interesting issue. Let's go on. It says read again and mark the sentences as true or false. It says Steven had gone to Mexico on vacation. Of course, we already know it's false. 2. His host family are very friendly to him. We know that's true. 3. His host family doesn't speak English with him. Well, true. Okay, he has to speak a lot of Spanish. 4. Daily life in Mexico is faster than back home. False. He doesn't like spicy food. Well, at the beginning he didn't, now he does. So it's kind of, well, I could say true. I mean, false, exactly, false. Steven feels his experience has changed his character. Okay, it's true. Okay, my friends. Now let's practice the check these words chart. It says host family, outgoing, host, threat, overwhelming, foreign, rewarding, challenging, turn up, go for it, self-confident. Okay, pay attention to those words because we're going to need them in a while. It says grammar, present perfect, progressive. Study the theory, find the examples in the text. We form the present perfect progressive with have been plus ing form. We use it to emphasize the duration of an action which started in the past and continues to the present. She has been traveling to France every summer since she was 12. For an action that has recently just finished and we can see the results in the present. I've been studying all day. I'm very tired now. Time expressions for, since, all day, all year, etc. And how long. Okay, so here we have some examples on the text. They are, for example, I have been learning Spanish now for 3 years. My hosts have been treating me like part of their family. I've also been learning to slow down and relax. I've been struggling a bit to get used to the hot weather. Okay, then it says put the verbs in parentheses into the present perfect progressive. Let's check. Mike has been studying abroad for a year. Susan has been working all night. How long has your brother been living in Spain? They have been learning English for 6 years. You look really tired. What have you been doing? It has been snowing since the morning. Okay, these are examples. Well, these are the results, the answers, I mean, by using present perfect progressive. Let's go on. And then we have use the verbs to ask questions. For example, I'm really tired.
I'm really tired.
Have you been studying? It's wet outside.
Has it been raining?
Okay, number three.
His clothes are dirty.
Has he been digging? They are annoyed.
Have they been waiting? My feet hurt me.
Have you been walking?
Okay, let's go on. Put the verbs in parentheses into the present perfect, the simple past, or the present progressive. Okay, it seems kind of difficult because now we need to work on these three tenses. So let's go on. How long have you been studying English? I started taking lessons when I was 8. Have you ever been abroad? Yes, I went to Spain a few years ago. Sandra, we have been waiting for you for an hour. Sorry, I got lost. Has Dave been studying in Mexico all year? Yes, he went there last January and got back from France yesterday. I know, she had a great time. 6. Have you finished your project yet, Mike? No, I have been working on it all week, but I haven't finished it yet. Okay, let's go on. Then we have modals making deductions. We have already worked with modals previously, so it's kind of easy this thing. We use must or can't or plus verb infinitive when we are sure about something. Juan must be an overseas student. He can't be English. I'm sure he is an overseas student. I'm sure he isn't English. We use may or might when we aren't sure about something. She may or might be from South America. I'm not sure if she's from there. It's possible. Okay, let's go on. It says look at the picture and choose the correct words. So here we have three people. It seems two girls and one boy, and they are like looking at something, or maybe talking about something, or maybe comparing something. So let's check. It should be they must be lost. They can't be in their hometown. They may be tourists or overseas students. The weather can't be hot. It can't be summer. It may be a big city. Okay, let's go on. Speaking on writing, think what problems have Steven been facing in Mexico? How has he coped with them? Write a few sentences, tell the class. Let's have an example.
He found it a bit overwhelming at first, trying to answer everyone's questions in Spanish, but now he enjoys it. He has learned to slow down and have an afternoon siesta after lunch. He was struggling with the hot weather. Now he wears a hat. It was difficult for him to get used to the spicy food, but now he's really enjoying it. Stephen also had difficulty understanding social etiquette. He showed up exactly on time to a dinner invitation. He has learned that Mexicans usually turn up at least half an hour late.
Okay, so we have the example, and I think you can make your own. Okay, so my friends, this is the end of this lesson 3B. Please remember you have to upload your work at the Brightspace activity. If you have questions, we have the WhatsApp group or we have the comments on Brightspace.